When I received the report for this scan, Mary and I scheduled a phone call to the AlgaeCal bone health consultants. That conversation confirmed what I had thought, namely that I had indeed made significant progress and improvement in my bone health. My name is Bill Kavanaugh, and I am 73 at the time I record this in May 2024. Back in October 2018, when I was 67, I had a DEXA scan, which my doctor had ordered as part of my annual physical. I later learned that this scan showed that I had a T-score of minus 2.6 for my left hip. A T-score this low is a clear indicator of severe bone loss throughout my whole body. Unfortunately, I did not hear about this at the time because somehow I fell through the cracks at the clinic I was going to, and no one alerted me to the fact that I now was at a higher risk for fractures, and serious fractures at that. I should have learned about bone loss calmly and safely in a doctor's office, but instead I learned about it in a much more painful and stressful way a few months later in February 2019, when I fell on the ice while shoveling snow. That fall severely fractured my left humerus, which is the bone from the shoulder to the elbow. The resulting multiple fractures in the humerus required surgery to implant a steel plate in my arm to hold the bone together, followed by months of difficult recovery. During the recovery period following surgery, I finally learned that the severity of this fracture was the result of very serious bone loss, not just in my humerus, but across my whole body, as shown by my very low T-score. This loss made the fracture much more serious than it would have been had I been maintaining a healthy bone density. My wife Mary now became concerned about this risk for me, but also for herself. In the fall of 2019, she began doing a lot of research into various measures for addressing bone loss like this, including changes to our diet and addition of supplements of different kinds. During these months of research, she discovered AlgaeCal and was immediately intrigued. She spent a lot of time on the AlgaeCal website, and by late 2019, she had decided that she wanted to try it for herself. She ordered a supply of AlgaeCal Plus and Strontium Boost and began taking them right away. As she was researching AlgaeCal, Mary also began showing me the various resources that she had seen. It took a while, but by the end of 2019, she had convinced me that I should give this a try as well. Consequently, I also began taking AlgaeCal Plus and Strontium Boost in January of 2020. Mary and I have both continued taking AlgaeCal since that time. We've also continued to focus on other ways to improve our overall health, including some additional exercise efforts and some diet changes. All of these measures have contributed to our overall improved health. Finally, in April 2024, I had the opportunity to have another DEXA scan. When I received the report for this scan, Mary and I scheduled a phone call to the AlgaeCal bone health consultants to discuss the report and to compare it with the 2018 report. That conversation confirmed what I had thought, namely that I had indeed made significant progress and improvement in my bone health. As I mentioned earlier, the 2018 T-score of minus 2.6 signified a dangerously low bone density, which left me very vulnerable to fractures. The 2024 DEXA scan showed that my T-score had moved from minus 2.6 up to minus 2.3, meaning that I had moved out of the most severe class of bone loss. Incidentally, my new primary care doctor was very surprised to see any improvement at all, especially one this large. I'm not done yet. I would really like to raise my T-score all the way back to minus 1. So my wife Mary and I will continue to take AlgaeCal to see how far we can improve it. Thank you for listening.